Welcome, travelers, to Dublin, Ireland. I'm taking you on a whirlwind tour of this vibrant city, from its charming streets to its legendary music. So grab your raincoat, because yes, it will rain, and let's wander the Emerald Isle together. In the center of Dublin, you'll find a lot of tour shops, a lot of monuments, and just about any way you want to be able to get around, by bus, by train, by tour bus, it's here. We're staying in the heart of Dublin, so Trinity College is one of my first stops. So walking through the gates of Trinity, looking for some place to sit down and maybe read for a bit. They have a bunch of great lawns. I don't see a lot of seating, but maybe I'll just sit on the grass. I snagged a bench. I'm gonna sit for a bit. If you're coming to see the Book of Kells, that is, you do have to pay for it. You do have to have a ticket. So, but you would be coming in through here and heading over to that building right there. We're heading into the Lansdowne for the Irish house party. Checking in down the stairs. Here we go.
That you need, my name is Martha, so just let the guys know.
This is my host. He is taking me to the dinner, which we will do first. All right, first course, I went with the salad. Okay, we will say that this is a very long time between courses. It's got to be 20 minutes, I know, waiting on food. All right, main course, I got the Guinness stew, and it has some mashed potatoes that look lovely on top. All right, last course looks like a brownie with some ice cream. Again, really, really long time between courses, so people are kind of full, so a lot of people are skipping this, but I will try it and let you know. Okay, dinner's over. We're gonna say 3.5 stars. Everybody liked the stew the best, the chicken the least, but just all in all about 3.5. But you're not here for the food, you're here for the music, so it's passable. It's not bad, it's not good, it's just fine. Okay, we're heading for the show now, and down another set of stairs. Okay, interesting. Of course, I have to be up by the action because, you know, I'm a participator.
A gathering of musicians, and you'd learn from older musicians, more experienced musicians, and that's how the music got passed on and passed down. And when you go along to an Irish music session nowadays, you'll see lots of different types of instruments, but there are only 3 instruments that actually come from Ireland. Anybody guess what they are? The Irish people can't answer. Anybody guess the 3 indigenous Irish instruments? Harp is one, yeah.
The pipes.
Pipes is number 2.
And the drum.
And the drum, well done, yeah. They are the 3 indigenous Irish instruments, fantastic.
Top points to the UK.
Top points, yeah, you've done your research, well done. Yes. You will see an Irish harp on the front of your pint of Guinness. If you drink too many pints of Guinness, you might see 2 or 3 Irish harps on the front of it.
So I'm going to play
a piece of music that I composed a while back called Buenos Duomo, which just translates into English as praise or thanks to my grandmother. And Jerry already mentioned that we go along to sessions and we listen to the different tunes that are being played. And that's how we pick up our music. So it's an oral tradition that's passed on and passed down through the generations.
Over to Phoenix Park this afternoon. The park, it was originally the Royal Hunting Park in the 17th century. At 1,752 acres, this park is actually twice as big as New York Central Park. Parts of Phoenix Park, the bike paths, the walking paths are much quieter than St. Stephen's Green, maybe because it's so spread out. But if you're just looking to kind of get away and recharge away from people, this is a better spot than St. Stephen's Green. That is the Wellington Monument in the background, the largest obelisk in Europe at 62 meters tall. So like I said, Phoenix Park is much quieter and just lots of paths that you can go and just walk quietly. Nothing like St. Stephen's Green, although that's more conveniently located downtown, but this is nice if you just want to walk around a park. And they do have a separate path for walking and then one for bikes, so you're not running into each other, which I always appreciate. I was on the lookout for the famous residents of the park, which are the deer that live here. But sadly, I did not see them this time. Maybe next time. Off in the distance there's a little building in there. I'm standing in front of a kind of explanation of what it is. I'm assuming that's it. It looks like it, right? And it says it's, right? Do you guys think it's the same? It says it's from 1895-96, and it was a refreshment kiosk with a veranda and enclosure that was commissioned. I'm pretty sure that's that building. Confirmation that that is actually the tea kiosk. Go check it out. There's one thing I really enjoy about vacation is just really sitting around outside and having coffee or tea and just lounging about. It's just so outside of my normal routine. So this is the Shelbourne. We're only here for one night, but it'll give us a good flavor of it. It's right across the street from St. Stephen's Green. I do get to stay in 5-star hotels once in a blue moon, but it is always a treat. And this one, I spent quite a few Marriott points to stay at, but we had to check it out. All right, Mom, what do we got?
Only one bed.
Oh, that's okay.
It is.
Look it. This is nice. My mom was nervous because it's only one bed that I wouldn't be okay, but it's king size. It's totally fine. It's very ostentatious. Is that the word? I will say that they only have a few drawers, which is disappointing to me, considering if I was staying here for a long time, I would not like that. There's no view, but that's okay. Maybe when the restaurant's lit up at night, it'll be pretty. I think the overall feel of this is elegant. At least to me, it feels elegant. This is the first one in Ireland that we've actually got a coffee instead of a teapot. This is the bathroom, which is done in like marbles. Has a very nice tub, a separate shower, and then they have elegance as their products, which is really nice. Very pretty. And then the toilet is in its own stall. I stand corrected. So we got a coffee pot, but the teapot, which I would have been very surprised to not find in an Irish hotel, it was in the closet with a couple of very plush robes and your iron. In honor of Ireland, my Lush bath bomb today is green. You knew if there was a bathtub, I was gonna get a bath bomb, right? So breakfast is in the saddle room in the morning if you've added breakfast on or just wanna have breakfast. The Shelbourne also has high tea. So if you wanted to do a tea in Ireland, and believe me, the tea is not what you get in America, it's amazing. This is where you would be. Also stunning. The breakfast offerings were delicious. Whether you ordered off the menu or you went to the buffet, there is an abundance of hot and cold items with local Irish twists on breakfast staples. The highlight for me, all the different Irish cheeses you could try. So choose some traditional Irish items. They had black and white pudding, which is not pudding at all, but some kind of sausage, which I could not try. But if that's your jam, you should try it. I'm more of a regular sausage pancakes girl. So I was able to have that and some really nice maple syrup. And then they had an extensive selection of fruit, cereal, juices, and pastries. I mean, there's something for everybody here. And it was just so nicely done. The Spa and Health Club has its own entrance, so you don't have to go through the hotel. So if you're for spa services, you would go in this way. All right, I'm booking some spa services, and the girls don't want to be on camera, so I'm going to respect them. But this is the spa area, avoiding all of their faces, and we're gonna do a scalp massage and a pedicure tomorrow. The gym is small, but it has everything you could need. I don't know what this thing is. It looks like an arc. You see how it's curved? What the heck? It looks like fun. I might want to try that. But ellipticals, treadmills, your basic. I don't see any free weights, so you're out of luck on that. And then they have cold water and some fruit. That's always nice. Oh, and they have like mint water. Love that. Nice touch. So this is the spa area. There are steps, so be careful. And this is the pool. Spacious, and it's open until 9 p.m. which is nice because sometimes you just want to go do other things and then come back in the evening and swim. There's not a lot of seating, but maybe it doesn't get very crowded down here. There is a sauna that you can use. Alright. They have some workout things that you could use and some flotation devices. It's on the ground floor, but it has a lot of natural light, which is nice. So if you happen to be staying at the Shelbourne in Dublin, we have the added bonus of having St. Stephen's Green, the park right across the street. St. Stephen's Green has kind of an interesting history. This park was part of the 1916 Easter Rising, where they were trying to break from England, which didn't happen then. It wasn't a success, but this park, a bunch of Irish citizens occupied the park during the early hours of the Rising. So this was an important strategic location. The Fusiliers Arch at the Grafton Street entrance to the park commemorates the list of 222 men who died in the Second Boer War. This was later nicknamed the Traitors' Gate by Irish nationalists. If you look, there are still bullet holes from the 1916 Easter Rising. The summer house was used as a field kitchen during the Easter Uprising of 1916. So the women supplied the men with bread and milk and shelter to sleep in on Monday night, the 24th of April. They had to abandon the summer house, though, under heavy fire, which weirdly was coming from the Shelbourne Hotel where we're staying. The spot is a great spot for picture taking, and the little bit of time that I was hanging out here, I saw lots of people utilizing it and then walking down by the water and the ponds and taking pictures there too. If you don't like pigeons, you're not going to like this park. I think people feed them there just everywhere. I am not a fan. Grosses me out. It very much reminds me of like a smaller Central Park. Grafton Street is a pedestrian-only shopping street in Dublin, and it runs from St. Stephen's Green in the south to College Green in the north. It's famous for its shopping and its buskers who perform live music for passers-by. All right, this is the Morrison. It is a curio collection by Hilton, and it is not too far off of the Liffey River, just shy of that half-penny bridge. Shirley's checking things out. It's nice. It's pretty spacious. I like the vibe. The Morrison on the north side of Dublin. It is a Hilton property, and we have 2 single beds, which, you know, seems really small if you're American, but it does the job. Okay, just because I'm a Diamond member, they sent a little note, which I thought was lovely, and they gave me a box of chocolates. So nice, right? I just think it's so classy. All right, this one, here's the refrigerator, and then apparently just some random bags of chips that I'm assuming you could have. This is a regular fridge. Oh no, this is a fridge that has sensors. We hate those. Bathroom is small but functional. Like it. A surprising amount of bathtubs. Like usually in the US, you know how excited I get when I get a bathtub because it's unusual. But here, everybody's got a bathtub. And here's the shower. Just something worth noting, that towel rack is heated. So you have heated towels, which I think is just a very amazing touch. This is their idea of a couch, I guess. Not sure. If you had a teenager, I guess you could throw them there. They have I'm assuming this is a spot for the luggage, and then they have some weird lighted cubes, and that is your end table. This is what it looks like. And then here is the desk, and it says, without a working song to move the job along, their petals fall like teardrops in the sun. Okay. Right, this is a very Irish view, I guess. We don't really have views here. I haven't had a good view. And they leave a little welcome thing on your bed. It gives you just what is in the restaurants and what the different treats are per day. They're vertical hangers, so you don't you're wasting all of this space. And we don't know what clothes we have because you can't see them. I'm not a fan of this. I don't know why somebody thought they needed to rethink that. And the second one has a laundry bag and some robes and some slippers. Halo is the restaurant that they have breakfast in. We have breakfast included as a Diamond member, so we're going to be checking that out in the AM. Oh, this is a very odd sculpture. I may have to ask somebody about overlooking us for breakfast. We have had very good luck with breakfasts, especially since most of them are free for me. Hilton and Marriott, I usually get breakfast included, but they have had a stunning array of hot and cold items that we could either get in the restaurant or sometimes take to go. I mean, it's really just a nice perk. This one has a Bloody Morning, a Bloody Mary station that says have a bloody great morning. That's pretty clever. All right, this is the women's locker room. They have everything you could possibly need down here if you want to go swimming or if you're doing a spa experience. They have showers and lockers and towels and products. Yeah, you're all set.
Just ahead is the distinctive Halfpenny Bridge, which was built in 1816 as the Wellington Bridge. It replaced a ferry crossing and pedestrians had to pay a toll of 1/2 penny to cross the river until 1916. The bridge was restored in 2001 and painted off-white, which was the original colour.
This is my mom going over the Halfpenny Bridge, which has a whole story behind it. We went back and forth across a few times. It's just a tiny little bridge. It's short, but it's just fun and it has a nice view. And people were taking pictures and just kind of going back and forth like we were. I'm a little tired of the Irish breakfast. I don't think I could take another sausage. So I am just waiting for my mom and having a cappuccino. And those I never get tired of. I'm in Dublin and I found I have a new accent. I found a little lending library. Let's see what they have inside. They have, let's see, The Flight by Heather Fitt. They have The Kremlin Control by Owen Sala. It's interesting to see what kind of books that somebody else would have. There's still some that you see in America all the time, Debbie McComber being one. So fun though. Like that I ran into that just on a walk. We last minute saw a river cruise and decided to book. All right, Mom's made some friends from Germany. Say hi, Germany friends.
Hello.
And they are going to join us on this river cruise, so it should be fun. Whenever I'm in a new place, I try to take a bus, a local bus, so I can see the sights, and I try to get on the water. It's the best way to see things.
At the back there, that's Jerry. Jerry is going to be your tour guide today. He's going to tell you all about the history of Dublin, the Docklands, and all the surrounding areas as we navigate the river this afternoon.
This is the Samuel Beckett Bridge, inspired by the Irish harp.
Epic might be the place that your dreams come true. So folks, okay, I'm going to get serious, okay? This is the most important boat on the banks of the River Liffey. It's most photogenic. So this is what we call a fire. I'm going to come back to them in a second, but if you remember I told you there are 14 river gods. What I'd like you to do is to look, there's a sec mark, I'd like you to have a look at the bottom part of the building and you'll start to notice men's faces carved all around the bottom. You'll notice bearded men, so 13 faceless, hairy, bearded men that nobody cares about. And one woman, so I'm going to show you Anna Lydia's face again. As we sail by the main entrance, just where this lady is walking with the bag, have a look above the golden fanlight. You see Anna Lydia's face right in the middle, just looking down on the river that bears her name. Now, while I have your attention, here's 4 words you never thought you'd hear a tour guide say. Please look behind the unicorn, and you see another flower pot. There's a flower pot in each corner, okay? 4 in total. Inside those flower pots is where the architect hid the chimneys. You didn't want to know to Dublin, there's a Capel Street Bridge, built to look like Westminster Bridge in London. If you look away to your left, you'll know there's another bridge in the distance. That stretch of river is called Wood Quay, and it was along Wood Quay that modern Dublin was founded. But don't confuse Daniel O'Connell Irish liberation hero, with a man called Daniel O'Donnell, useless country and western singer, who does not have a bridge or a statue over the river yet, despite Mark's best efforts.
All right, we're heading into Epic, which is the Irish Immigration Museum. This was the big gift for my mom. She's gonna get a one-on-one consult today and try to find her background. Pro tip, when you're doing the genealogy, it is not at the Epic Museum. You have to go through the Epic Museum gift shop to get to the person that you have an appointment with for your genealogy. All right, here's some trivia. How many American presidents are of Irish descent? 23, 13, or 7? Who guessed 23? Okay, we've made it to the immigration department, and Kylie is our assistant here today. She's going to be going through some of the information that my mom brought with.
I can understand her.
All right, so we've gathered some materials, birth certificates and such that my mom brought with, and we're going to try to dig in with Kylie to see what we can find out about the family history. Now, what I thought would be the most boring part of the trip with this was actually the most fascinating. We just started with the Murphy name and went on from there, and it could be a whole video to itself. Welcome to St. Patrick's Cathedral. This is the heart of Dublin's history and spirituality. Standing tall since 1191, this magnificent Gothic structure is Ireland's largest cathedral and a tribute to the country's patron saint, St. Patrick. As you step inside, let your eyes wander up to the breathtaking vaulted ceiling and intricate stained glass windows, each telling a tale of faith and perseverance. The cathedral is also home to the tomb of Jonathan Swift, the famed author of Gulliver's Travels, who served as its dean in the early 18th century. Today, the cathedral is not just a place of worship, it's a living monument to Ireland's past, echoing with stories of knights, scholars, and statesmen. Legend has it that St. Patrick himself baptized converts in a well near this very site over 1,500 years ago. This is right next to St. Patrick's Church. This is the park. Beautiful. So if you get done touring the church, you come over and sit in the park. If you have kids with you, they can run off a little energy in the small park they have here. All right, so it says near here is the site where St. Patrick baptized many of the local inhabitants in the 5th century. And that wraps up our incredible time in Dublin. Traveling with my mom made this trip really special. And staying at the iconic Shelbourne Hotel, ooh, that was a moment. From exploring St. Patrick's Cathedral to strolling down Grafton Street, tracking down our heritage at the Epic Museum, every moment was amazing. And of course, live music everywhere brought the city to life. If you want to see more, be sure to check out my separate video on Galway. You've been incredible. Can't wait till the next time.